introverts are more centered in their inner life, stress is still a thing, whether from comparison or overthinking or so many other things that happen in life and business. Stress management is something we need to address so we can calm our inner critic and build confident and successful business. Today, I bring Lena Andersson to speak about stress management as introvert femmepreneurs. Let's go. I understood with Lena that my audio is not the best, and I will try to fix that in a later live, but we work with what we have, and this will be an amazing live together. So today I brought Lena. This has been a very expected live. Lena and I met online in my past business on Instagram. We met there and we connected, we aligned, and I've been always thinking to bring Lena because she has so much wisdom to share with us, and now it's the moment. And we decided to talk about stress management because introverts, mostly the ones that are overthinkers, only thinking about showing up for their business depletes the stress. And many times this holds us to show up for our business. So, big welcome to Lena. Please introduce yourself, and we are going to have a casual talk.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, I think it's been about 2.5 years or longer since we know each other. And I think the most impactful, how I remember you, is your earrings. So today, like 10 minutes before we popped on, I was like, I need to have my earrings. So I will match your energy a bit. Awesome. Hi, I'm Lena. I am German, living though in Sweden since quite a while now. And I have two sons. They are 10 and 7 years old. And my journey has been always a journey of complete trauma and stress. So I was very aware of that very early, so that I always had an interest for health, holistic health especially. And I went very early on during my travels after school into spirituality, understanding the body and the mind connection and then the soul connection as well. But I always been overthinking, especially with business. I knew I wanted to always be an entrepreneur, but I've been always fearful of like, what will other people think? Do I have something to give? Will I be knowledgeable enough? Will I be lovable? Like all of those things we normal people always come with. And they felt always so overwhelming because I've been like an empath. I feel people. I didn't know that I'm literally feeling other people's energy, feelings, emotions, blockages, all of that. I needed to learn all of that. And today I can say I don't think too much. I don't feel too much because of the method I have undergone and I'm teaching now. So I'm a holistic stress coach because I burned out 5 years ago. Oh gosh, on the 17th of September 2019. So today is the 19th of September. Crazy. So exactly 5 years ago, I found myself broken down completely. And I have been finding out a way to understand immediately, wait a second, if who I am cannot bring me to the point of where I can be, successful or loving myself in life, then what do I need to be doing? So who am I then? And I realized very quickly that I and all of us are programmed in a way that we are trying to please other people, put before our own interests, are overthinking, overfeeling, overanalyzing. And when I realized that I had to reprogram my entirety of a being, and this is what I teach women on the holistical stress coaching level, but as I'm also a quantum healer, a spiritual coach, educated life coach, I am helping on all levels, not only on the physical, not only on the mind, on the soul and energy. All of this is interconnected and is helping you to understand who you truly are and how you can upgrade yourself to becoming your best version of yourself, authentically and in charge and in power, feeling awesome. That's me.
Yeah, that's so great. And yes, our experience, mostly for introverts, for entrepreneurs, our experience many times we take the path we want to walk, because we understand that we are not the only one. The world has so many people. We may not be the only one feeling or passing through what we pass. And it's so important to understand that we have reason to share with others, and we can impact and help others overcome their struggles and the things that are holding them. So about stress, this is a big one. And you tackled about overthinking. I think I don't know if it's only me or introverts in a general way, because introverts are more inside their head
Yes.
than extroverts. And I have the belief that we are plenty of overthinkers, right? And too short, it's what we talk here in this community. This weekend I heard a quote. I don't. It was someone that stole the quote from other one, so I don't know who said the quote, but it makes so much sense. That is, let me see if I can translate well to English. The pumpkins will get aligned with the movement of the truck.
Mm.
Many times we want to align everything, we want to have everything set, then we start moving. But when you put the pumpkins and with the movement of the truck, they will align themselves, right? What do you think about this and about the stress? Because many times the stress comes because of the overthinking, right? And we want to be all perfect, all set, all done, and then take action.
Yes. So first of all, I need to address that because of we are meeting here on the live. I needed to actually double check what does introvert actually mean. And I realized I am an introvert. Well, I'm always like, I'm not really sure what I am, but I'm very much extroverted in the way that I like to take the scene or something. So I'm very comfortable with this. But I learned that I am definitely an introvert and how to, always overthinking, always in my head, and always needing the recharge moments in order to not lose myself in self-doubt and overthinking and overwhelming and feeling drained. So to your metaphor or to your story, I definitely have to say, well, stress comes, or we experience stress because of our thinking. We as humans, if it's an introvert or an extrovert, we are programmed to think our way out of situations in order to feel safe. So it's a mechanism from when we were children and experienced something like, abandonment, or, we didn't feel lovable. So what did I need to be doing in order to feel safer? I needed to analyze the situation and then act out of this. So I believe that introverts are reflecting and overlooking into all aspects of all the situations and outcomes, and they do it in an instance. So it's a freaking powerful move we are capable of. But what we haven't learned is that we are taking it against us. We are always saying, like, I need to be safe. So the way I'm thinking is like, I need to be pleasing that person, or I shouldn't be setting boundaries there, or I should take less money in my business to feel more lovable or have more clients looking at me or something. We will always give our power away then. But our thinking, the power we are literally sitting on, we can now learn, like, how can I do this in my service, in serving my desire, my needs, my feeling good. So I need to be finding a way of saying, okay, what is it, what I want to be having in my life? And right now, here in our conversations, it's about I want to feel in ease, I want to feel joyful, and I want to be a successful entrepreneur. So that means our thinking needs to become second, or it shouldn't be coming at all, because it's always teaching us where's the lion I need to be running away from. So it is for all of us to be understanding, well, let there be the lion, because it's just in our heads. But how can I be standing up against the lion? How can I move in power, knowing that I have all it takes in my mind, because I'm a freaking genius. I have made everything possible in my life to feel safe. Now that I am safe, you just have to come to the realization you're actually safe. Is that okay? Now I can use this masterpiece of thinking into reverse engineering. What is the next goal? What do I want to be doing? Does it serve me? Does it serve other people? Is it creative? Is it fun? Following a feeling is what it's all about. It's actually not really the story we want to be telling ourselves. It's actually coming back into our body. This is why introverts are so powerful, magical, actually.
Yes, and this is so aligned with. I'm reading a book last week. A friend gave me a book that is Think and Grow Rich.
Mm-hmm.
Think and Grow Rich. And today, the book I was reading, he was saying that what we have in life, our external life, is a reflection of the inner life. So, and it's very true. And what you were saying, the brain doesn't understand what is true or not, or it sees all as a true. And if you keep saying bad things to yourself, to your brain, it will take that as a true. So if you start speaking in a positive way and bringing things, of course, there are some. We can talk about affirmations, right? There are some affirmations that you cannot believe right away, but the more you repeat them to you, the brain starts to see that as a truth. And I believe, I don't know about you, but I believe many of our mindset blocks come from childhood because it was stacked over time, right? And when we start to make the mindset shift, we start bringing new positive information to ourselves, and we think that is a true and that doesn't work because we want to see a fast result. But these bad results we had over in life, they were stuck over time since childhood. So we cannot expect a change like this because we need to make, if we done 20, 30 years work, even in an intentional way, now we need to be intentional to break that, right? Tell me what you think about that.
I love that you take that up because most of the people I'm working with come to me saying, but it's hard to change this. We have literally someone who I've been working with, and you know who you are when you're watching. And this woman has been holding, and we are all doing this, has been holding onto really, really old childhood stories. And I have that too. I'm still holding onto so many childhood stories. When we are looking at the energetics though, of like, well, it happens in the past. So now, because it's in the past, are you giving, what focus are you giving it? So when you are the person who constantly repeats the story, but my mom, my dad, my teachers, my friends, kind of whatever, then you are always keeping the energetics like connected to that pain. So what you or we have been doing then is that you have to feel what is the feeling connected. It's not about overanalyzing. Don't use your head. It's about connecting to the body because you have been overanalyzing it. You couldn't change your perspective and your mindset by only changing your mind. First, it needs to be felt. Then it needs to be felt like, wait a second, is this actually still heavy on me? Is this something I can let go of because I don't want to be repeating all those stories? And there's a really, really powerful freebie I have created that is connecting you back with the body and walks you through those emotions so that you, on the other side, when you come out, you're like, wait a second, this emotion is outside of me. The story is outside of me, not anymore in my head. So if it's outside of me, then I have more power. So then it's easy because then I don't have to do everything. Then I can, well, okay, I put it here on the table and let it go because it doesn't have no power over me. Because today I'm a grown up woman, I'm not a child anymore. I have choices. So when you're understanding the work of the energy to let go of stories, and now you are knowing what you want, and I make it very easy. Like most of us want freedom and happiness. We want to feel good, easy as this. So then this is what you're focusing on. The entirety of the day, you're now programming yourself to make those things that bring you only joy instead of focusing all the time on the lack of I don't have this, I don't have clients, I don't have money, I don't have friends, I don't have whatever it is. Instead, you're focusing on the gratitude, which is, by the way, one of the highest frequencies you can live by. Gratitude of, you know, I'm sitting here talking to you. I'm freaking grateful. This is a frequency of love and authenticity. And this is giving ripple effects and creates a new life for you because you will feel it. And what you feel, you will be thinking, oh, I feel good. Oh, I feel good. And then you attract. Now we talk about the law of attraction and manifestation. Now suddenly you attract people in needs, friends, clients, opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a very powerful, energetical work you have to be doing, which takes little time to change what you have been holding onto your last 30, 20, 50 years, whatever it is, can be changed in an instant when you're ready to let go.
Yes, that's so powerful. And yet it can take, it can be hard, but it can be easier than we think many times, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we make it harder than it can be. And like you said, we need to be prepared for that. And in my journey to overcome the fear of taking pictures, it was work in progress. And with what I learned there, I learned that when I got overweight after pregnancy, I understood that I wanted also to be a work in progress. I could lose my 20 kilos on 7, 8 months, but I took some years because I understood for it to be sustainable and not be a fast recovery and then go back to that because it happens mostly in weight loss programs. It happens. People lose, but then they go back or again even more. I knew it needed to be a step by step because it needed to have a change here also, not only in the outside. And mostly here for the women who want to show it and feel authentically. Many times it doesn't happen right away. There are people depending on their personality. It's easier than others, but it needs to be sustainable and it needs to be step by step. Because if we try to, many people say go out of your comfort zone. I don't believe that. I believe that we enlarge our comfort zone because it's step by step. If you never done something like that and you start to do, you can do for some time, but then it will drain you so much, mostly introverts, it will drain you so much that you quit and then you think it's your fault and it is. So yes, we need to be prepared and we prepare by enlarging our comfort zone. Let me know what you think about it. I will only, hi Stephanie and Jenny, if you have any questions to make, let in the comments. Hi, be welcome. I will see if I have any comments here. And yes, we'll keep up with the conversation.
Awesome. Well, I fully agree with you. What I have come to learn is, for example, I burned out with the age of, I think I was, what is Emma now, 39, so 34. I burned out with 34 and a half years old. And it only took me 5 years to come to today where I'm so powerful of creating stuff, coaching my women, like helping them take a different step in life. Fabulous. It's a very, very short span compared to 34 years of feeling all the feelings, all the overthinking, all the, I wish I would be more, would be better, would be enough, whatever it is. So you're putting it very beautifully and very perfectly in saying that we are growing our confidence, and me from speaking always from energetics, we are growing our energy. Energy is frequency, is we are growing our ability of nervous system regulation, and we're doing this by try and error. And here I feel more comfortable. And everything is about the right timing. Everything comes in time, but we are overthinking because social media tells us, well, I made my first million in a week. Okay, cool. Maybe you've been working on that 10 years already. Like, just half of the truth, right? So it's about knowing, staying truth to yourself, like closing the voice of what I say, what you say, what anyone else say, but feeling, who am I? What am I capable of taking in? Am I already able to hold the frequency of showing up, taking pictures of myself? And if the no comes up, then it's like, okay, now I have to reflect on it. Is it because I feel fearful of whatever consequence this could be? Because that is only a limitation. So now we can go back and build our reverse engineering list and say, okay, what is my goal? Well, my goal is to be showing up on social media, taking pictures. What do I need to be doing for this? Well, I need to be seeing how can I make me feel comfortable. For whom is this? Is it for me or is it for other people? Because if the motivation is only for the other people, then it's never the right feeling. then we're always, I can't breathe. It's anxiety popping up, right? So it's always about like, how do I want to be feeling? Taking pictures might feel better if I do it for myself, and then it feels uncomfortable, but I will put it outside because I'm happy with the results. What other people think doesn't matter. It's only a story in our minds. So it is about building trust in yourself, building self-worth and self-love all the time with everything you're doing, and have less resistance to upgrading, to change, to doing something. Like taking a picture. You overcame your resistance of taking pictures. You overcame the resistance and the uncomfortable feeling of showing up, and here you're suddenly making likes. I mean, powerful. And all of this is because you were motivated by a goal and you decided that is what I want to be doing. So that is my motivation. My motivation is no longer that I please someone else by like being quiet, or yeah, it's about your motivation, your big why. Always comes back to that. Yes.
I love that you tackle on the big why. Do you believe many people have, because many of the stress also comes from comparison, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mostly social media is a vanity magazine like that, right?
Yeah.
And many, I believe that many of the stress because we compare and we are not like that. But we compare, we don't. We need to understand that when we compare, we are being bad to ourselves because we don't know the background of that person. We don't know their mental capacity. We don't know the type of personality that they have because depending on there are so many conditions
Yeah.
that it's unfair for us to make that comparison, but it happens and it depletes no, it brings all the stress, right? Uh, no, I forgot what I was about to ask. Oh, the big why. Yes, the big why. Do you think the stress comes because people don't have in mind their why, and then they more easily compare and bring all the stress towards themselves?
I think it's a tiny part of it, yes, but I think the bigger part is that if we haven't learned what to focus on, then we only always focus on what doesn't work, and then we're pushing ourselves down instead of focusing like, my why is to have this business going. That's a really big step. That is step 100. So you can step 0. What is the step 1 then? What do you need to be doing? Okay, well, I need to understand what is it to be a business owner. Why am I doing this? Because I want to feel good, because I want to create freedom, because I don't want to be having a 9 to 5. Instead, I want to work 12 hours a day or whatever it is. It is very important to have the why, but it's more important to understand, yes, like you're saying, no comparing will bring you further. It is like, how can I be better every single day? How can I feel better every single day? And if I don't feel good, is it really me being unworthy or me doing a bad job or still not having the clients or whatever? Or is it just a bad day? Because we're energetical beings. The last 2 days or 3 days, I've been sitting on the couch being potato because it was so heavy on my body with the full moon. We are all different, like you said. It's a personality, it's stress, it's traumas, whatever it is. But whatever will bring you forward, it is the easiest thing to feel excited about what you're doing. So yes, your step of building a business, a successful business, is step 100. But we need to be, when you're looking like that, and then you're always comparing because you haven't done all the other steps. So instead of comparing directly like he or she is better, it's more about, I want to feel good. And I don't know if that person on social media right now feels good, because we can make beautiful pictures, or the picture comes from last week, great energy, not from yesterday or today. So we don't know anything of the reality. So I only know what is my reality. I don't even know my children's reality. I can assume it because I'm watching it, but what they are really feeling, and they are not saying, it's a complete different story. But here lies your power. I know what I want. I know how to stick to my truth and to what I want to be doing. So that means, why do I want to get up and do the same or build a business? Because I want to feel good. What do I need to be doing today? One easy task. Okay, cool. Done that the task. Finished it. Maybe not today, within 3 days or 5 days or a month. Now we go to the next plan. Because it's our introverts, our friends of overthinkers, we are very, very early to scatter our thoughts, to put out little fires, which then lead us nowhere, but overwhelmed and even more in stress and self-doubt. Yeah.
That's so great. So amazing. I think we have to, if you watch this on replay, we can leave the questions also in the comments, okay? Lena, let me know three things that you normally uh, suggest to your clients to manage stress. Whatever the situation, the three things that are common or most common for you to suggest.
Okay, cool. I've wrote that down because my brain is like, what was the question again? I wrote that down. So 3 things that I suggest to manage stress. What I'm telling my ladies who I work with. Well, one of the first thing is that I want you to be writing a list of things that bring you joy. And I mean, so easy joy. I don't mean like, well, I book a travel in December. Well, that is not the joy I mean. I mean like so simple, like I'm sitting here watching this live, drinking my favorite cup of coffee, and it makes me just, I'm safe. Why do I want to be doing this for the women? Because stress is such a high or such a low vibration, it drains you. So the opposite of stress and fear is now joy and freedom and love what I'm doing. So we want to be coming out like changing, recharging our energy and come up to like, okay, I focus on the things that I like. How can I implement it so easy during my day? If I'm at a 9-to-5 work or as a self-employed or on the weekend, what can I be doing to feel good? Is it clothes, the earrings, makeup, whatever it is? Like put it into your day on a daily business. So that is already recharging someone who is coming from fear all the time, overthinking all the time. So now we're taking your focus into, well, there's joy. Can I allow myself to have a good time while I fear having a business? Then I normally say, okay, cool. People who have a very highly alert nervous system, meaning they are so stressed, they can't sit down and meditate. But now all the mindful gurus are like, oh, do yoga and now do meditation. But those people, they are getting into anxiety when they quieten the mind. So our work is now to find what is it you and your body feel no resistance, no negativity, no anxiety that brings you joy, but calms you on a physical level down. On a physical level. Could be like you are doing morning walks. Perfect. Calms the nervous system, but do things that are not connected to your business. Because then you're like, you're not even in the present moment. So what can I be doing? Well, I enjoy, listening to a podcast or listening to Netflix or whatever it is. Like sit down, watch Netflix if that is what you want. If this calms your nervous system, do this. Do this. For those who are already in the quiet nervous system, I do frequency clearing, so meditation, which are like zooming you into a groundingness and then uplift your frequency and bring it into a wider frequency that you are now able to see more opportunities. If it's more joy, more freedom, more love, more self-love, more self-acceptance. All that is like de-stresses right away. The third thing I'm doing with the women is trying to look into your daily surroundings. How are you thinking and how are you communicating? Like, let's look over the things you're doing subconsciously, but they're always taking your energy, like energetic vampires, right? Are the people I surround myself with people who will uplift me, or is it always negativity, or always I need to be different than I actually want to be? You will feel this by like feeling of draining, or like coming home like, I don't feel good. Well, then this is not the right people. Then we have to see like, maybe we have to let go of this. What am I actually holding on to? So that's a scary step for people to change behaviors, because they're so not understanding that we are all doing them, but they are limiting you on all levels. You don't have boundaries. Oftentimes you are feeling unhappy in your relationship to your partner maybe, but do you see your responsibility, or is it just him, or is it your mom and dad, or whatever it is? Like there's so many things we are looking into, and then we're like literally finding a way instantly to like, okay, this needs to be stopping. This is what we do instead. A to-do list, or how can we change this in ease, because we only create a life of ease and no more like I have to fight for this. I have to fight for loving myself. No more. So all I'm doing is sharing an energetical higher frequency where the person on the other hand feels it and suddenly understands and sees, oh, okay, cool. So I am angry all the time because I'm not listening to my body. I don't go to the toilet, I don't eat, I don't drink. Well, maybe I should be doing this. So then I have more energy and more joy. So it's a body, mind, and then also, of course, the soul connection. In this group, I would say you're already following your soul's desire by showing up, wanting to have a business. But now we have to look into the body and the mind, which are then the biggest game to be looking into and to be, let's say, reprogramming. Programming that you feel amazing because you do not deserve anything less. And you know that. It's your soul input. We came here to be loved. We came here to be having a life of excitement. And yes, there will be bad days. But how do I perceive those bad days? How do I want to be holding onto it? So, yeah, lots of things.
Yes, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. I already made the point one you said, because one thing that brings me joy is to be bare feet. And since I came from the outside, I was still with my socks and they are gone. I'm bare feet already. I'm very happy. I love it. You were talking and I was here taking off the socks. And you talked about very important, the people we surround ourselves with. And this weekend I had an experience of a member of the family. Gladly, we live about 2 hours apart, but the person came to my city to an event, and I went to say hi to her. We were about 10 minutes together, but this person is such a negative person. He's always complaining about everything that I got back from there at the place we were with a big head, my energy all drained, and I was low. But I was like that, so grateful that we lived 2 hours apart.
Yeah.
Look for the positive side.
Okay.
And then I came and made all the energy recovery. But yes, sometimes we don't understand because it's like the person is, and we get used to the person, but then it affects our inner life, right? And we don't understand why we are tired, why we are cramping, why we are also replaying with life, and this it's also a compounded effect, right? So it's important for us to understand what we need to let go, or at least see less, have less contact with. And in the past, I can be honest, in the past, I let I had let go of people, not because they were the bad ones, but because and I saw that I was affecting in a bad way, and I decided that many people don't have that awareness, right? But I decided, okay, I need to let go because I'm not doing good for them, and this is also a big learning for us to understand. But with that, we can, when we have that awareness, we can have, okay, I'm not being a good person for that one. What can I do? Sometimes we don't need to let go, but we can change the behaviors we have, right? To, because we want to become better person, better people, and better person, mind.
Yeah.
And yes, this will affect how you feel confident to shop for your business and to shop in your business also, right?
Yeah.
So important. Love it, all the points you shared. So so good. I knew this would be a great life. I knew it.
Great.
So tell us how people can find you.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm like Andrea was actually saying at the beginning, Facebook is not my strong suit here, but I'm actually active on TikTok or on Instagram, rather Instagram these days, where I also give free channeling for the people who want to be getting some free stuff. And my Instagram, I will, if it's possible, probably will put
I will put the links. Yes.
then. And this is actually Lena underline quantum shifts. And yeah, you can reach out to me and DM me. And if there's anything you're wondering, ask Andrea maybe if she can lead you to my page, or you find it yourself. And I'm excited to help you and have a talk about whatever you need to be uplifting yourself, your business. We cannot disconnect both because you are your business, you are the product. If you are showing up and doing the marketing, then that needs to be looked under a microscope. And I have learned before I've been burning out that it's 80%, which is the mindset around business. So whatever you're doing out of alignment doesn't bring flourishing, high quality joy and excitement. It's about the mindset and the reprogramming and working with that one. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And it's an ongoing process. Yes, it's not done one and settle. It's not. Because in each layer, in each step we are climbing in our business, other mindset blocks will come, other things we need to take over will come. And yes, it's such an important work to do for ourselves and for our business, for sure. Let us know. You have, oh my gosh, my English. You have an offer, right? I will put the link below, but can you tell us about that offer?
One of my offers. Okay, cool. Well, I have literally just done something. It's a frequency clearing, which is so powerful. It's for free. So you just get that and understand for the people who are ready to chill out. Otherwise it's a meditation to listen to and walk in the forest or in the city. But it's a frequency clearing that literally brings you up into a higher frequency where you want to be then taking the next action. Then the next action after that freebie, because we all know it's a business funnel here, I believe, that you go into my next meditation and frequency clearing that is about overthinking, overwhelm, indecisiveness. And also that is so powerful. I'm listening to it myself every single day because I have the issue of overthinking still, mostly, especially now with the full moon. But that means that I'm coming up from the overthinking and like, oh, I feel not good. So what is my next step to be doing in alignment and excitement and feeling joy and in ease without pushing me over something what I don't want to be doing. So I'm always working for alignment. And if you want to go all the way in, I'm obviously having the one-on-ones, high proximity spiritual coaching, where we are building on one hand, we can work everything on WhatsApp, a 2-week container, which is so powerful because I'm able to check in on your thoughts, your emotions, like your physical body. I feel all of this. So even if you wouldn't say anything, I'm like, here, this is your topic for today to be like reflecting on to be coming out of, to align more and raise your vibration and do something in joy. And then there are obviously also people who love to be meeting me in person, which I love as well, on the Zoom call, where there is an 8-week container where it is about Zoom contact, about bringing you, like, we're talking over so many topics in one coaching call. Like, it's literally changing your life. I'm not even kidding. Read my reviews. I really have come to the point I'm not playing small. I will tell everyone the truth, what I have written down by feedbacks of women I have been working with. And it's only 8 weeks with full support, holding you, feeling safe, and changing your entirety on so many different levels. Relationship, marriage, friends, parents, business especially, your self-worth, everything connected to self-worth and how you see yourself. So yeah, then I'm excited to be doing some self-paced courses as well about feminine, masculine energy and group coaching, but that's a little bit in the future. So yeah, there's a lot of happening these days. So you can.
Yes, I will share the links in the description and you can have access to all of that and also the links for TikTok and Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. If you are watching on replay, you can leave comments below or questions. And yes, go to your, the platform you use the most effectively. Lena. Thank you so much, Lena, for this. I knew this would be a great one. And yes, so many insights. Love that. Thank you. Bye.
Me and for everyone watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.